Welcome, friend, to Edgar Allan Poe's murder mystery, invite-only casual dinner party / gala for friends potluck. Pet rock for the beautiful Annabelle Lee.
What gives Poe? Very mysterious having vials of poison lying around. The past comes into the present. The one who kills for sport.
You straight up murdered these biddies with your magic beans.
Eddie was a banker who was foreclosing on our family home.
Acton Bell, it's yours.
This woman is an admitted murderer.
She didn't do it alone.
I did it for family.
Gentlemen! Ghosts. Let me introduce myself. I'm Anne Bronte. So sorry I'm late for dinner. Some of you may remember me from such novels as The Tenant of Wildfell Hall. Or from killing some of your friends tonight.
Put up your dukes, woman. Whoa! Oh, hey, whoa. That's it.
You have a gun?
You had that the whole time?
Of course.
Where?
'Twas a present from my lover, Anton Chekhov.
What? I've been seeing Anton.
Me too, that bastard!
This doesn't add up. We were with Charlotte when Miss Elliot was being murdered.
Then who murdered Agatha Christie? That happened at the same time.
No. It can't be.
Oh. It can.
No. No. Congratulations, Mr. Poe. You've figured it out.
You murdered Annabelle Lee.
You're mad! You fancy me mad? Madmen know nothing. But you should have seen me. You should have seen how wisely I proceeded, with what caution, with what foresight, with what dissimulation I went to work.
Get to the point.
Ha! Mr. Hemingway, you do so value brevity. Would that your life may end up longer than your fictions. Fine. Earlier this evening, you had the honor of meeting my brother.
Dostoevsky?
No.
H.G. Wells.
No, not H.G. Wells. My brother was in ghost form. He was a ghost.
Dostoevsky.
No, good God. Guy de Vere.
Oh.
The erstwhile fiancé of this Lenore.
Edward? Guy's brother? You were always away. Guy missed you so much.
Indeed. I, Eduardo Dantes, am in actuality Edward de Vere VI. By the time I arrived home, Lenore had fallen ill and died. So consumed with grief was my brother that he ended his life. My hatred for Lenore is matched only by my hatred for one other, Crescenti, the psychic who brought Lenore back in ethereal form but could not do the same for my brother.
You killed her?
I did. I was quite happy when Mr. Wells pushed for her presence. Oh, poor Lenore. It looked like you two were getting along quite well.
Are you just trying to kill people that I care about? Because you are overestimating how much I care about people.
Oh, no, my dear. I had far greater aspirations for tonight. Perhaps you've heard of my great-grandfather, Edward de Vere, 17th Earl of Oxford?
You mean that Elizabethan hack, right?
Some people believe he had a hand in writing Shakespeare.
Or that he was Shakespeare.
Shakespeare was a liar and a thief, just like every writer!
We're not thieves. You're delusional.
Oh, Poe. Edwin Allan Poe.
It's Edgar.
Earlier, when I was talking about being mad, you wrote that down.
What? No, I didn't.
You did. You're going to use it later, another tale of woe.
That's ridiculous.
This whole plan is ridiculous. There are countless other ways you could have exacted revenge for some made-up conspiracy.
But what better revenge for my ancestor than to gather a group of the world's most famous authors and murder them, just like he should have done to William Shakespeare?
Yeah, but why us? We didn't steal your grandpa's dumb plays.
Oh, I had other reasons. I could eliminate Mary Shelley and take undue credit for Frankenstein, much the same way that Stratfordian hack took credit from my ancestor. I could send a message via Mr. Hemingway that my debts are paid. I could dismiss Emily Dickinson and her constant braying about noise pollution. Christ, does that woman ever stop talking? And Mr. Wilde. It would not do for rumors of our drunken dalliance to spread.
You were drunk?
Quite. But I was stone cold sober when I began courting Annabel Lee, knowing of her connection to Lenore and the power of persuasion she could have over Mr. Poe. I manipulated her into bringing all these victims here, but I knew I would need help.
How'd you broads get involved? I haven't visited in 5 days.
It's quite a simple story, really. Some time ago, our brother Branwell became involved with a married woman. Somehow that two-bit hussy Jane Austen found out about it.
Well, I can't sit idly by while your brother has an affair with my reverend's wife.
Goody two-shoes, Jane Austen. You just can't leave well enough alone.
I'll have to tell the reverend.
Our family will be shamed forever.
I must, but I wanted to give your brother a chance to confess first. Oh, and you're both invited to my debut party for Northanger Abbey. Oh, that would be fun.
Oh! Anne, what have you done?
It is a truth universally acknowledged that snitches get stitches.
Hello. I'm Eduardo Dantes from the bank. I was here to deliver this notice of foreclosure, but it seems you may have bigger problems.
We murdered Jane Austen with great pride and extreme prejudice. And Eddie promised to not foreclose on the Bronte house and help cover up the murder if we helped execute his plan tonight.
I'm not particularly keen on killing people, but our house has such a lovely wraparound porch, and also I don't want to go to jail.
And jail you shall avoid, my dear. After killing Ernest and Oscar here, the three of us will be on our way, and surely who will believe that Edgar Allan Poe did not commit these sinister crimes himself?
No one would believe that.
Yes. This house is Murdersville. Population you.
Oscar, please.
I believed it was Poe the whole time, even as the real killer lays out his plan. Part of me still does.
It will be especially incriminating when they find all the vials of poison Anne planted in your room.
Sorry, I got some blood on those. I cut myself while delivering a syringe of poison to Miss Alcott.
Ah, yes. After arriving late, I faked my own death as Anne turned out the lights. She then waited by the door as Louisa May Alcott, expertly spurred into action by Charlotte, ran out and stuck her with the needle of potassium cyanide. As you all checked on the body, Charlotte left the note on the table, took H.G. Wells' contraption, and put it on the other side of the kitchen door. Once again, acting on Charlotte's ever-so-subtle orders, Mary Shelley ran to the door. With that hallway accessible from the vault via elevator, it was I who rigged Wells' invention to the door, electrocuting Miss Shelley and paving the way for my own literary celebrity. Then, brilliantly, you all made the decision to split up.
Seeing as I was with Dostoevsky, it seemed none of you would believe I was stupid enough to kill him. But I did.
Oh, sweetie, I always thought you were stupid.
I awaited Oscar in the bathroom and then accidentally killed George Eliot. They look the same from behind.
We have the same trainer. We do a lot of squats.
I knew Agatha Christie would figure out this flimsy caper immediately, so I met her at the door when she arrived 10 times with a knife.
Then that damned psychic arrived. I was worried one of those ghosts might give the whole thing up. What a time I had trying to disrupt that nonsense.
Indeed, when Krishanti summoned my brother, I knew she was starting to get suspicious.
She had to go.
I cleaned up his mess by doing away with that Dickinson chatterbox.
H.G. Wells was working on something that would have caught us in the act. I ensured he would not finish it.
We hadn't counted on the police showing up. I urged you to serve them the wine that I'd poisoned earlier.
And Annabelle. Sweet Annabelle. When it dawned on her that I was the one who brought everyone here tonight, when she figured out that it wasn't that a number of you had cause to kill me, but I had cause to kill you, she reacted poorly, running out to find me. She felt responsible, that she must put a stop to all this. But I put a stop to that.
Charlotte! I've never used a gun before!
You killed a man with an axe!
Fine.
There you go. I prefer sharp objects. No recoil.
Guess. I'm already dead.
In hindsight, I really should have just used this gun.
Your popcorn is ready.
Even in cases of self-defense, murder is often punishable by death. Don't do murder!
We would have gotten away with it all if it weren't for that horrible Annabelle Lee.
I blame this whole thing on Jane Austen.
You guys really should have had a bit more sense and/or sensibility.
Perhaps the judge will go easy on you with a little persuasion.
This is rock bottom.
I was knocked out in the scuffle with that Eddie chap. When I came to, Poe said he had escaped.
Mr. Poe, your statement.
Well, yes. Eddie and the Brontes confessed to murdering everyone. Eddie bashed my dear friend Ernest Hemingway over the head.
I let him.
I tried to stop him from escaping, but he said, "I'll run away to a different country," as he ran away forever, probably. Odd fellow. I am deeply saddened that he murdered my...
Friends. Friends is the word you're looking for.
That is quite a lot of blood.
Could be anyone's. Any one of my many, many, many friends.
Being this special is hard. Still alive. Nope, I'm still alive.